Welcome back to part 2 of our first Bareboat Sailing Charter. If you haven't seen our first episode, we hope you'll go back and check it out using the link in the description below. But to catch you up, after motoring 20 miles from LaPaz to Isla Partida, where we anchored out for our first night, it was time to pick up anchor and get underway again.
Okay, hauling anchor for the first time. Kelly's up front at 6:30 in the morning. She's just pulling the snubber off, and then we're going to get underway.
Since the forecast called for continued light winds, the goal for our next day was to motor sail 30 nautical miles north from Isla Partida to the anchorage at the fishing village of San Evaristo. This would put us on the northern edge of the cruising grounds to be able to ride the northerly winds home that were predicted in the next few days.
So a lazy Monday afternoon. We're about another hour to an hour and a half away from our anchorage, heading to San Evaristo fishing village. Hopefully we'll get the dinghy out tonight and go ashore. Last night was really good for building our confidence skills of anchoring, so I think we'll feel a lot better tonight, knowing the anchor held really well last night. It was right where it was supposed to be. Kelly's just taking a nap right now. Just have the autopilot going. We've been going all day today since 7 this morning. Just motoring our way to San Evaristo. No wind today whatsoever, but it is going to be picking up in the next couple days. So that's good. It's getting us used to operating the boat, so that then we'll be more comfortable when we start sailing. Thursday is still expected to be kind of heavy, so we will see. But yeah, just enjoying our time today. Beautiful day out here. Fishing village of San Evaristo.
Yes, we made it here. First time we've been on land since we left LaPaz a couple days ago.
Yeah, our second time docking, but we feel confident enough now that we've slept on the boat overnight, knowing the anchor will hold, that we were willing to leave our boat. So
yeah,
our boat is right out there.
It was another day of motor sailing, unfortunately.
Yep.
The wind just wasn't there, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but we because of that, we made really good time here.
Yeah.
Originally, we were thinking, gosh, one estimate was going to be like 10 hours, but we left at 7 and got here at like 12:30.
Yeah.
So it was only 5.5 hours.
Yeah, and that's just because we were motor sailing
Yeah,
the whole
we're
way.
motor sailing like 7 knots the whole way.
Yeah.
So this fishing village, just tons of fish that have been caught on the shore. Huge, like
Yeah.
2 feet, 2 foot long.
2 foot long, yeah, at
Yeah,
least.
that are all just bones now. The seagulls are enjoying those.
Yep. Seagulls, the vultures.
But there's a restaurant over here that we're going to go check out. One restaurant here and one store. We haven't found the store. Not sure quite where it is. Not that we need anything. But we're going to try to have dinner ashore tonight because it's kind of the thing to do, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Help and support the local community. And then how did we get here?
We got here by dinghy.
Where's our dinghy at?
And our dinghy is way over there.
Our dinghy's way over there. And then our boat's way over there. So, huge fish swimming around the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It
huge
was
fish chasing
fish.
other fish. And then pelicans dive bombing and catching fish. So it's a lot of sea life,
Yeah.
a lot of life here.
Saw half dozen rays today jumping out of the water.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I didn't get any of them on video.
Okay, well, take another walk, go try to find dinner, and then figure out the rest of the day. Tide's gonna be coming up, so we want to make sure our dinghy doesn't wash away. So
That would be bad.
that would be bad. Okay,
Or we have to go swimming for it.
let's do this.
Here's Lupe and Maggie's Restaurante. Unfortunately, it's closed until Wednesday.
Until Wednesday.
And so we're going to miss eating here. So that's a bummer, but we do have food, so we'll be in good shape.
Yep.
What you doing, Jeff?
I'm rowing my wife out to her yacht, because that's what guys do. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call you high maintenance, but I am rowing you out to your yacht. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to turn on the engine. I can get used to this.
Yep. But last night was sort of interesting.
Yeah, hard night last night.
Yeah. And, we felt solid in our placement. When we anchored, we were between a motorboat and a catamaran, and we felt solid placing ourselves in between the two, and we were really good. And then as the evening grew on, we started swinging closer and closer to this catamaran, and it's like, are we okay here?
Yeah, we had talked to the other captain when we got in of the catamaran next to us, and we'd asked him if he was okay with where we had set, and he said, yeah, he thought we'd be fine. And so we were in communication with them, throughout the evening, but all the boats ended up swinging a full 180 around. And as they swung a 180 around, I think what happens is that we have a little bit more scope. We have more chain out than he does. And so as you're both swinging in a circle, our circle started to overlap their circle more. And so I think we could go all the way around and never hit. But we got within, I don't know, maybe 40 yards, 30 yards maybe. Mm-hmm. And that's closer than you want to be. And so, we weren't sure whether the winds were going to pick up or not last night. So I did an anchor watch pretty much all night long. Set an alarm for every hour, and would get up and check on our position. 2 anchorages ahead of us today.
Yeah.
Anchor at Amortajada and take the dinghy through the mangroves.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll anchor for the night over at Isla San Francisco.
Isla San Francisco, yeah. Okay, well, we're ready to get underway.
I am.
We start
We are.
figuring the boat to get going.
Yeah.
Anchor home. Engaging forward. We are underway.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Okay. Every departure you can walk away from is a good one.
Okay, well, so we tried doing some walking upstream, up the current and stuff, and between the rocky bottoms and the shallowness, we were having challenging issues. So now the current is just carrying us out to sea.
This feels so much like a Disney ride right now. It's like that Wii Sports game where you're rafting or whatever.
Yes. We have no motor on.
Right.
Jeff's steering us a little.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep us to deep water.
Nice and easy on the throttle. You're doing great.
Thank you.
See the white caps from the mangrove waterway to the Sea of Cortez.
We're almost in deep water.
Woohoo!
We're clear. Yeehaw! So when you saw us trying to take our dinghy, that was over here. You can kind of see there's a sandbar here in the front, but then there's a river that goes on the far side of this sandbar and cuts right through there. And then that's a river that goes all the way through the mangroves on the other side. That was what we really wanted to do. We definitely planned on coming here. Everybody says it's the thing to do. But unfortunately, the day we picked to do it, which was the right day because of the weather window,
Yeah.
we're exactly where we should be today.
Mm-hmm.
But the timing is such that the tides, it's the wrong time of day to do it.
Yeah.
We're trying to go up against an outflowing tide, and it's low tide, so it's 3 feet less deep than it was, meaning it was maybe a foot deep.
Yeah.
Kelly got a pretty good cut on her foot.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah, stepped on a shell or something.
Yeah, a couple cuts, then, bee sting. I don't know.
Kelly's kind of a wreck. Kelly's kind of a wreck. So this is why Kelly doesn't do adventurous stuff. Well, we are going to start getting the boat configured to haul anchor and get out of here. We're going to try to go to the east side of Isla San Francisco because they're expecting winds from the west. There's a beautiful bay, Isla San Francisco, where we really wanted to anchor tonight. But the winds are supposed to be from the west, which they call the Coromels, and it can make it really rolly. So we're going to try to find protection on the east side of the island. Anchor out there. Man, we're like anchoring, hauling anchor, anchoring. We're getting this down.
Yeah, getting lots of practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge. Totally different than taking lessons.
Oh, 100%.
It's so much more relaxing.
Yeah.
Because we're not having to care about anybody. If we want to sit down, we can just sit down.
Yeah. And when we do sit down, we're not sitting down and it's like, okay, we have to study because we have a test coming up.
Yeah, exactly. We just know we're continually being tested right now. There's nothing more we can study. We just have to try and fail.
No one other than you are here to judge us.
Exactly. Yeah, but don't judge us in the comments below.
Please.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Okay. Doing great, Kay.
Yep.
Love you, beautiful.
Love you too.
Let's do this. 26 feet. Engaging forward. Right on. passing by the crowded anchorage at Isla San Francisco.
That's just going by the hook.
Going by the hook, and we are going to go around to the east side because we think that that's going to give better protection than the popular west side. But hey, we sailed.
Yes, we did.
We sailed. We got this boat under sail, and we did a really nice job.
Yeah.
We were able to sail exactly the directions we wanted to sail.
Yep, got some good tacks in.
Got some good tacks in. We unfortunately we were trying to go directly upwind from our point of sail, but we didn't care because we were like, there's enough wind we could sail. So even though it wasn't perfect for the direction we wanted to sail, we still got a bunch of sailing in, which was awesome. Okay, let's go get our anchorage. I'm looking forward to sundowners tonight. So we said we were going to come to the east side because we think the winds are going to be bad. So we were able to use our Garmin inReach, which has a connection to Iridium satellites, and got a weather forecast. And sure enough, it says the winds are going to shift coming from behind us tonight, which means everybody in that anchorage is going to have a rough night, and we should be well protected over here in our own private bay.
Yeah, and even now with the wind still coming from the north, it's nice.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good protection. I mean, out at our wind gauges are reading 0 out on our boat, so it's just kind of bobbing right now. It's like a lake. Incredible. So we're gonna walk over the hill here, see the other boats,
Maybe
see the panorama. Kelly's gonna make me do a hike. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe.
Okay, let's go.
We hiked the other side of the island, where we discovered 18 boats were crowded into the southwestern anchorage, while we had the entire eastern anchorage all to ourselves. So we hiked back to the eastern side of the island and motored back to our secluded spot and settled in for a restful night. Or at least, that's what we thought.
Winds are going to shift coming from behind us tonight, which means everybody in that anchorage is going to have a rough night.
And we should be well protected over here.
Well, we dragged.
We legitimately dragged.
We knew the winds were picking up tonight. We're at 11 knots currently. Expected the winds to come out of the southwest, so we chose the eastern anchorage of Isla San Francisco today, and it's actually not offering a lot of protection.
Yeah, it's interesting because the mountain is right in front of us here, and it's, you know, we're definitely in the shadow of the mountain, but the winds are coming straight off the mountain actually. So I don't know if the wind's kind of funneling through and channeling, sort of whipping off the mountain or not. But definitely the winds have increased quite a bit. So it's reading like 11 plus. I think 11 plus knots right now. But yeah, we have this anchor alarm app here, and so basically it continually monitors our GPS position, and we can set a radius that if we go outside that circle, then we know we're dragging. And so laying in bed, it had been getting pretty rough because you could really feel the swells rolling and stuff, which is why it's going to be hard on the anchor anyways. And heard the alarm go off and looked down, and we could see the trail that we had just dragged.
Yeah, so rather than just extend out some scope, we moved in towards the western shore just a little bit.
Yeah, we actually re-anchored.
Yeah, we re-anchored, moved in just a little bit, and hoping to get a little more protection than where we had been. And we reset the anchor, so fingers crossed it holds.
Yeah, exactly. This is part of it. So
Yep.
everybody has to Everybody has to drag once, everybody has to ground once. Well, multiple times. I mean, dragging is just part of it. So we're just going to stay on anchor watch here for a little while. Make sure that everything's set. Boat's definitely moving around a lot in the wind.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try to get some rest here.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And so we settled in for the night to get some rest, having no idea that those same winds that caused us to drag anchor would give us fantastic sailing in the days to come.
Man, we are in it right now. It's 15 knots of wind. We're 50 degrees off the wind. Kelly at the helm. Boat is heeled over like crazy. We're bashing into the waves. We got spray coming over the bow. We are in it right now.
Yes, sir.
But we are enjoying being in it. It feels awesome.
So join us in our next episode as we continue our adventures sailing the Sea of Cortez during our first Bareboat Sailing Charter.